It's week 2 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on the rookie, Breece Hall. He carried that rock like a pro last week, over 180 yards. It's the Cardinals and the Raiders on EA Sports.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Carr going to throw right away. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On play action, it's Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Carr to throw. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play call right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block, or you can do...
And he is in! Touchdown, Raiders! It's the fullback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Arizona's offense takes the field, and no surprises. The man that's guiding them, the Pro Bowler in his 4th season at the wheel of this offense, Kyler Murray.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
On play action, it's Murray. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Cardinals had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win. But boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. After 1, 7-0 on the A-Sport. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 42 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? It's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll try to run with Hall. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Breece Hall, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from drawing level. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Week 2 underway around the NFL. And a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. It's Carr.
Quickly a slant to Renfro.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less.
Carr to throw again. Now he's forced out left. And he'll just chunk this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. Field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
An extra point by Carlson, up and go, and that makes the score 14-7. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. His 1st carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he stopped immediately there. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Murray.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything to hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. It'll be just an 18-yard punt.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Called out a very strong gain of 24. Now Carr.
Same target. It's Jacobs again. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Out left, he's got it to Everett.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Carr again. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It doesn't matter where on the field he is. Even down here in the red zone, he is still slippery with the ball in his hands. And he was almost able to work his way into the end zone. Instead,
and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs as the first half is winding down.
And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
And the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Now Murray. And the Raiders Cardinals have got him. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack on first down, Murray. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 74 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Back to the ground with Hall.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the fourth down.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Murray now. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Malcolm Kuntz coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. That last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point good by Prater. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Card out a throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Carr. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
It's the Raiders with a lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Mac Hollins
from 19 yards away.
And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. They'll go again with Hall. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Now there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown. Rondale Moore, 26 yards. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Play action. Now it's Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Carr to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. With it is Brown. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down 28-20. Just over a minute 40 to play. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. Now Hall to start the drive.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Hall again. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. A gain of 3, second down.
Short gain, the last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Murray to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here we go on fourth down. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eye.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And some spin. There he goes, right side. The 40. The 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on second and long. Murray able to find Ertz. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be on for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On second and 10, Murray gets this to Moore. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Murray to Moore, first down, Arizona. Again, he'll drop to throw. Again, he finds Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
athleticism we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They will really click.
Menu narration option is set to off.
It's week 1.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here. And at quarterback, his second season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold was one of the big... season stories of last year, leading Carolina to a 3-0 start with some really good play. Only one win the rest of the way, however. Not quite the change of scenery boost the Panthers hoped for after getting him from the Jets. You have to think in his 5th season, he will need to play some of the best ball of his career to remain as a starter for Carolina.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Darnold now to throw. he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Darnold on target to Moore for the Panther first.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Darnold.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And no return here. Where will they spot it? Well, they say just outside the 20-yard line.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Panthers have recovered. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to throw, Darnold. To the right side and complete to Thomas.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Zane Gonzalez, the former Browns kicker, out for the field goal against his old teammates.
From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific college season. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's complete to John Ross. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very... and right up the middle.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Partner, if you want more kids, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's getting the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Holding, offense.
That's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
Following the penalty, Chubb looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
York able to send this one through,
and that will tie us at 3-3. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. We're reminded that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw caught by Higgins.
The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. From just shy of midfield, Darnold.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
First down there by Rashard Higgins, or Hollywood, as he's been known since his college career at Colorado State and all through his 6-year career in the NFL. Always a trendy breakout pick with the Browns, someone with the tools to grow into a starting spot. Here in Carolina, they hope they'll unlock his potential.
6 yards left on second down.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 40 now on second down, Darnold. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now it's Darnold.
Complete to Deontay Foreman at running back.
But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
On first down, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On first and 10, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Watson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. The final shot before the break. Watson. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
86 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And some room to maneuver. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the red zone now, Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Here's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Browns.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in.
And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Here's Foreman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Darnold on 3rd down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, we're going to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Chubb on the read option.
And some room to work. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
148 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one right up the...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Browns will add to their 4th quarter lead.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st down, it's Darnold.
He's got the connection to Moore. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore, 62 yards. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 169 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Pass complete to Higgins, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Darnold. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now Darnold. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. They'll run with Foreman. And some room to run now. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Darnold to throw.
got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Here's Darnold. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 5. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
So now it's Watson and the Browns.
Down 20-15. A little under 50 seconds to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10.
Watson to throw.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper.
At 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run.
Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Watson.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. To throw, Watson. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Here's Watson.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Cleveland, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets.
Meanwhile, for Carolina, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.